May the first mission finally begin. What's up guys, hello Pencil here, and here to do a breakdown / live reaction and review to chapter 7 of Ichi the Witch, which is known as the Hisame Magic Part 1. And while that does kind of scare me, because I don't like when authors just name things like Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, that's so crazy because I'm reading through Hunter x Hunter right now again, and like, all that is just multi-part stuff. But still, I'm excited. I've sort of turned into an Ichi the Witch hype beast, an Ichi the Witch glazer, if you will, an Ichi the Witch itcher. Like, so many different things. I've been glazing the series from the moon and back, so let's see if it can keep up that momentum. Editing me. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Oh! Pencil here, fun fact. I do mean to have it on me, and keep it on me at all times. And another fun fact. That's a little bit suspect. Like, why'd you draw like that? But still, that aside, this is a gorgeous color pick. This is the first thing I saw when I opened up the chapter, and once again, I just have to find myself glazing Shiro Sensei. I don't know, something about it. Like, everything about this art style just feels right. It feels right. I'll admit something about this color page doesn't hit as well as the first two, but I think it's just because there's a drastic drop in detail, because there's so many more characters on this one. Like, think about every previous color page, it was either just Ichi and Deskados or Ichi and Uroro. Meanwhile, this needs to include Ichi, Deskados, Komugi, Uroro, a background. Like, there's so much to do, especially only on one page. I can get why the detail isn't as extreme, but even still, it's really, really well drawn. From the multiple different details in Ichi's uniform to the multicoloration of his eyes, even the fact that you can tell that Uroro and Ichi's hair are the same shade, yet they still have the slight gradients in them, causing you to be able to tell the difference between them. From Deskados being so waiting on the age confirmation. We're gonna make jokes later, but still, fantastic art design. Once again, it's hard. I say this coming from personal experience as a person who's designing his avatars for next year already, because time is flying fast, but it's hard to make a predominantly white outfit look well detailed in color. Trust me, I've been trying for weeks. But with it being the case, Deskados works really, really well using different lights and darks very well to balance out the predominantly white outfit, which complements really well with both her hair and her gloves, and obviously the golden eyes pop just like they really should on her face. That's really, really good. Komugi has an interesting color design, I'll really admit. The fact that her uniform is a different color than Ichi's uniform is kind of meta confusing, but I get why you would make them slightly different. Komugi's is a more brown in comparison to Ichi's more pure black, and I think it's just to help them stand out. And who knows, maybe in universe they specifically made Ichi's look different, once again because he is male, the first time that has ever happened before. The bright blue hair, yet simultaneously not bright blue hair, like, is this turquoise? Is it turquoise? I'm not very good at colors. Shock horror. But with it being the case, I think this is turquoise hair is complemented well by the bright. That's the thing. Ironically enough, it's actually not that bright. I keep saying bright, and who knows? Maybe because is my brightness down? No, my brightness is about halfway there, and I try to keep it there so my computer doesn't start screaming. But I think overall, the colors, they're a lot more desaturated than I thought her color design would be. In fact, I thought she was going to be blonde, but still, it actually works out. I think the colors complement themselves well, and obviously, I do love all the personalities on this page. Deskados, high, mighty, affluent, indifferent, because she literally, supposedly, is the strongest sorcerer in the verse right now, or at least strongest witch in the verse, so like, I mean, I guess that's no reason for her to be scared. Ichi being excited for the first hunt also makes sense. It's fun to see that this hunter man is so happy to be huntering. Uroro being mostly indifferent also works. Once again, I am interested to see how their symbiotic relationship ends up working, especially considering it's revealed that Ichi does not need to incarnate into his Uroro form in order to use magic in the first place. So like, Uroro, what are you doing here, bro? So I'm interested to see where that role goes. And Komugi, I just feel bad for her. Because I've also been in those scenarios where you're kind of like forced to do a thing and no one is regarding anything you have to say. It typically works out in the end, and I presume that this four-man squad will work out. I guess it's 3-man plus Uroro. Is that wrong? Should I call it a 4-man squad even though... And I guess technically... I kept calling him Minari. I believe it's Inazuri. I guess technically he's there as well. But still, overall, I'm very, very intrigued. But let's not waste any more time. Let's actually hop into the chapter. This is an image. But let's hop into it. The story, okay, so, I mean, we're not too far deep into it, though admittedly, we did just hit chapter 7, meaning if you're going to read Ichi the Witch, since I can't find it anywhere else, on the Viz Manga website, you now need to at least own it, because that middle chapter, chapter 4, is gone, and I think that is a relatively important chapter, because chapter 1 is the introduction, chapter 2 is that, so, like, I think you get introduced to the Mantenna Witches Association in chapter 4, I don't know off the top of my notebook. Let's see. The story so far. Thanks to the quick thinking from Deskados, the greatest, most perfect witch ever, the feral idiot child, Ichi, successfully caught the Raiko... Yeah, it is right. My brain was like, Raiki? No, Raiko magic, Inazuri. Then, despite some childishness at the association, boxing. I mean, like, it was genuine real vitriol between those two. Notably, it looked funny to us, but I presume they were actually trying to off each other. But then again, like, I'm shocked Uro has as much autonomy as he does. Like, when you think about it, because like, he should, by the laws of that universe, he should just be subjugated, and maybe that's why he can't really do any real damage to Ichi and kind of has to just gaslight him. Yeah, still. And I wonder, considering Ichi can feel his bloodlust, I wonder what else, like, Uro can feel from Ichi and vice versa. Like, what other things and emotions could Uro be passing to Ichi, if only subconsciously? Let's see. Somehow, the feral idiot child, Ichi, was officially accepted as a witch. But then again, it does make sense. I think from the context of what the women of the association were looking for, all they needed to see is whether or not Ichi was going to align with Magics, or align with them. Or listen to them, or listen to Uro. Or essentially, whether or not Uro had any sort of real control over Ichi. I think that was the big thing, right? Because ultimately, it's not even in the best interests of the Mantel Witches Association to slaughter Ichi, if you think about it in the grand scheme of things, because that's just free Uro. And like, clearly, they're capable of suppressing Uro, but as it was mentioned in chapter 1, it's still an exception of an exception of an exception of an exception of an exception that Ichi even manages to exist. And if Descano's is their most powerful witch, if we're supposed to take her word at face value, and I believe the narrative has said it, I think it's the narrator plus her that has glazed herself to oblivion and beyond, then for all intents and purposes, the smartest move is to keep Ichi alive. They just wanted to make sure it was a safe move to keep him alive, or whether or not they just had Descanos on Uro suppressing duty. Because, like, presumably Uro, if he was let free right now, would probably be back to full power. I highly doubt that his limitations are, like, tied to Ichi's limitations, so even if he had tired out, if they slaughtered him and he was free, he'd just be back, and they'd probably just dip, because, like, he knows he probably can't beat Descanos. So, then they just have, like, a mountain-leveling threat running around the verse again. So, ultimately, Ichi was kind of always safe, but I think he doubled down improving his safety by, like, you know, judo throwing the King of Magics, or the King Magic. Interesting, I think that's an interesting distinction, though. He's the King Magic, not the King of Magics. So, I feel like we're gonna meet some sort of ruler or transcendental Magic eventually. Let's see. And so, the anti-human hater Magic Squad was promptly formed under the leadership of none other than the great Descanos. Now, Team Descanos sets out on the first mission, hunting the Hisame Magic. Written down. I do like how, at least from the perspective of the narrative, despite Ichi's name being on the manga, Descanos views herself as the main character. When I'll say, like, I'd say she's the deuteragonist. Like, if I had to say this is like a four-man, I think I can't directly compare it to like Naruto. Though technically, I suppose if I were to directly compare it to Naruto, she would be the Kakashi. Very extremely strong member of the association, guiding and leading two other younger members of the association. But then again, Kamuki's not a combatter. Like, realistically, the fighting force is Descanos and Ichi. Kamuki's there to record, and we know that unless he's forced to, Uro's not helping. So this really is, for all intents and purposes, a two-man band. This is a duo. Plus a recorder and an unwilling assistant. Let's... What does he keep doing? I hope, you know, with the way, I think it was chapter 4, maybe 5, ended. No, I think it was 4. Where, like, Ichi admitted he found the joy in magic. I hope Descanos does soften up on the boy. Because to keep portraying him like this is pretty mean. Let's see. Hello, my name is Kamugi. Or, I thought it was Olafin. Kamugi? Is it supposed to be, I say Kamugi, but is it Kamugi? Like Ku or Ko? Kamugi or Kumugi? I'll go with Kumu. I'll probably keep accidentally saying Komugi, just because I thought it was spelled with an O, but I think this is because I've heard it spelled with an O before, seen it spelled with an O before. So I'll try to say Kumugi. I'll try, though. Once I've gotten something in my head, it's hard for me to change it. Let's see. My name is Kumugi. I'm a witch cadet with the Witches Association and a member of the Witches Research Club. Yes, I'm just a research student, but... Like, once again, I don't know. It's interesting. It's going to be interesting seeing how this power system develops. Like, how exactly do you get stronger? Is it just fighting and, like, gathering more magics? And, like, Descanos, where are yours? I'm not sure where she would store the magic stones. Unless, like... Because, well, actually, no. Because the magic stone for Inazori was infused into his knife, right? Man, he looks awfully murderous. But, they were infused into his knife. Raiko or Inazori was infused into it. So, like... Is Descanos' whole sword just a bunch of magic stones? Or magic stones? If so, then maybe that's how she gets stronger? You don't even act like literally trained? Because she seems awfully calm. But then again, I assume this is like a baby mission for Ichi. Like, I highly doubt they sent. Then again, like, is that a waste of Descos though? Like, it really becomes a question of like, okay, if Descos really is this powerful, why burn Ichi on her? Obviously, I'm happy to have Descos as a main character. Don't get me wrong. I was freaking and geeking, kind of scared we weren't gonna have her as a main character. But at the same time, if she's really that powerful, would they burn her on Ichi? But then again, I guess it's just in case. Yeah. I never mind. I understand it because it goes back to what I was talking about. If Ichi dies on a mission, someone needs to contain Ururo. And so far, it seems like Descos, out of all the witches we met so far, which is like 2, at least 2 named ones. We saw a whole bunch of ones with no names. But out of all the witches we met so far, it seems like Descos is the only one capable of containing Ururo. So if anything, she's there as a contingency plan. Not necessarily there to do the mission. Considering I assume this mission is relatively low ranked. Let's see. Me too, Descos, me too. Let's see. Excuse me, miss. Wanna be friends? I knew it was him. Wanna be friends? Oh, why am I even here? I mean, to record. And honestly, it'd be like, would I want to communicate with Ururo? This is he just hates people. So maybe not, but I don't know. It'd be interesting to communicate with something of that ancient and that powerful. Like, if it was actually willing to communicate. Obviously, a lot of it would be lies. You kind of have to be guessing on every single thing it says, but I think it'd be kind of neat to communicate with Ururo. Because, like, he's over 1,000 years, at least presumably. I highly doubt he's young. Like, once again, I do think, considering he's gone unclaimed for as long as witches have existed, he's probably pretty old. He's probably pretty knowledgeable. If only purely by circumstance. Like, it's kind of like how if the average person wanted to become an immortal, or if we found out there was just one dude who was randomly an immortal, and you started to ask them questions about specific eras, they probably just wouldn't be at the eras you'd want to learn about. Like, what was it like at the building of the pyramids? And look at you and be like, I was in the Americas. Well before anything happened. Like, that's probably what would happen. Same thing with Ururo, but still, it'll be interesting. Why am I even here? Which Cadet Kumugi's personal belongings. Magic pouch. A handy item that with a bit of magic can store things bigger than you think. Oh, okay, that's neat. Report notebook. Plenty of room to write. Oh, okay, so it's a basic notebook. Wand. Pen-shaped. Oh, interesting. So she can cast magic. It's just like, presumably not. And then again, I wonder, because Ichi has average women magic. So, like, what is her magic level at? Obviously, she's not a combatant. She's part of the Witches Research Club, so, like, probably nothing too crazy, but still. I'll do. Coat. Sturdy and durable. How sturdy and how durable, though? Like, what happens if, you know, you get grazed by one of Ichi's attacks? No, I'm kidding. Let's see. Research Hat Club. Has built-in visor. That's it. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's what we saw, I think, like, last chapter. Let's see. Backpack. Goes everywhere with her. All right. I mean, a solid bag. Quite literally a solid bag. Like, I'm interested to see how the magic pouch is going to be used specifically. Because, like, every single time a series introduces something that, like, can contain things that are much larger than the actual container, some tomfoolery goes down. Especially considering, I'm assuming this kit, the reason we're learning about it isn't just because Kumugi's probably one of our main characters. Or Kumugi's probably one of our main characters. But also, I assume somehow Ichi's going to essentially have this as an extension of his bag, right? Like, he's probably going to tear one of these things from her. Presumably the magic pouches, that's the most useful thing in there. But let's see. Oh, okay, so this is essentially where they're heading. They are here, currently traveling via magic-powered wagon. Oh, that's very impressive. Let's see. How long until we're there? I believe it should take half an hour or so. This place is so far out in the sticks. It doesn't even have a mirror for a mirage passage. Ooh, a mirage passage? If one or both mirrors are registered, you can't. Oh wait, how Mirage Passage works. If mirrors on both ends are registered, you can pass between them. So they have teleportation? Why would that not be a standard? Especially if Magics are like attacking I feel like that'd be at least for this respective association. Obviously, it's already been revealed that there are like multiple associations around the world, but at least anything under the jurisdiction of the Mantinel Witches Association, you would think they'd have like a mirror set up everywhere just to be safe. I mean, maybe you'd be worried about random people passing through, but like, okay. They pass through into your organization. They get curb stomped by anyone who's chilling there. I'm sorry. Even the closest registered mirror was almost 20 miles away. So I guess it becomes a question of who makes the mirrors. Because I presume they're magic items, right? So wait a second. Why is she the only one that gets them right? Whatever. But darn, that actually is a really cool sword, though. Like, it actually kind of built like a lance/sword. I forget what this type of blade is called. But yeah, honestly, unless there's a limit on how many you can make, Just in case, I'd like give one per village. Obviously, maybe you have multiple per the size and scale of the village and town, but like at least one, just in case. Because like, what if this was an actual dangerous magic, or like, what if Uro showed up? Then again, with Uro, initially they had to travel to where Ichi lived in order to find him. So like maybe the magic mirrors are just super duper limited, and it's probable that only a witch can use them, and maybe a witch wouldn't want to be stationed out there for an extensive period of time if it is really the sticks. Let's see. It would have been way faster if we could have just flown, but no, we're stuck with baggage that doesn't even know how to use a levitation spell. Darn! So wait, can Ichi already levitate? I doubt that. Let's see. I'm so sorry. No, I'm not talking about you, Moogie. Aww. Look at Describes being sweet. Let me guess. It has to be Ichi, right? And you know what? They could have taken, what was that thing she was, okay, admittedly it was old and broken by the time they were using it. But what was that thing they were riding on before? That flies. Let's see. I mean, you. Yeah, you. Huh? Well, you didn't teach him anything. Like, I get it. You probably do best learn on the fly, but like utility spells like that, or even a spell that could have general combat applicability, wouldn't you teach him that? Like, clearly he's pretty good naturally. Like, he took Lazud and immediately used it. Like, he used that spell. And of course it wasn't powered by Uroro, so like maybe his output is trash, but like he used Itazuri first try too, so I bet if you just taught him the incantation, he probably could do it. Ichi is a prodigy. Let's see. Speaking directly to Master Descanos is so nerve-wracking. Why am I even here? I've almost no aptitude for offensive magic. My specialty is boring workaday magic. There's a reason I picked a club where I could be spending all day researching at a desk, so I didn't have to fight. But like, well, if you were, okay, maybe she was so worried about not being hurt, but like, you are just there to record. Technically, it's a more direct type of research. But like, you are there, and honestly, in a roundabout way, it would be an honor. Like, Ichi is a once in a however long the witches have been around phenomena. Like, at least based on how Uro describes it, if we take anything he said at face value, it's been, what, at least 1,000 years since witches appeared, if not earlier, since apparently they've existed since, like, the dawn of humanity. And of course, it's hard to tell how many years it's been since the dawn of humanity in this universe, considering, it's completely different from ours. But at the same time, like, that'd be that's something that'll go down in the history books. Your notes will likely be studied just in case there ever is another male witch. So, Kabuki, look at the bright side. Let's see. But now I'm in an anti-human hater Magic squad? Even among Magics, the human haters are notorious for being the most deadly. There's no way I can hack it in a violent, bloodthirsty battle squad. I'm too scared. But what terrifies me the most... Bro. Like, that's the thing, right? It's like living... or talking, or being assigned to walk alongside a walking nuclear reactor that can speak to you. Sure, it's under control, but like, you don't know the scale of control, and if it tweaks out, you're still in mad danger. So I get that. I can understand Kabuki's fear. Let's see. Oh. Hey, I know it. Yeah, look at that. He's already asking for the bag. But I could have sworn that was gonna be... Oh, that's his hair. That's his cowlick. That's a nice little detail. Let's see. What's that bag? Practicing your bird calls. You leave her alone, Ichi. She's going through it. To put it nicely, she's going through it. Let's see. Puffball and Warbler, maybe? I'm shocked. You know what? Something that didn't hit me. Why does he know how to read and write? Like, was he taught? I forget how. I should have reread chapter 1 before I review. But how does he know how to read and write? Like, bro, you grew up in the wild and were left with a knife to offer you. I mean, maybe because he was a young adult, but like, children typically don't learn how to read and write until they're like 5. I'm pretty sure he was abandoned well before 5, or at least like a little after it. So how is he so literate? Like, was he literally just going up and down between the town and they taught him what everything was? Like, he knows a lot of names and stuff for supposedly being a wild boy. So I'm guessing it was the town, but it's interesting that he knows so much. And not necessarily in the hunting sense. I wouldn't be shocked, but I'm shocked that he has like accurate ecological names and stuff like that, and the ability to read and write. Let's see. Well, obviously, I do understand, like, a writing level, it'd be more tedious to have him have to learn all that when he already has to learn magic, but still, just based on how the series was set up, it's actually kind of interesting he's literate. But, let's see. The young man who acquired the Ororo magic, Master Ichi. Puffball Warbler. That is the most adorable looking chunky bird I've ever seen. Let's see. He's very likely the first male witch in the world. Something so rare, it's never been seen before. What? Oh, now you're a mole. Why is she... Why is she? Then again, I guess that would be it's crazy to think about. I can't think of an equivalent in our world, but I think it would just be if someone developed superpowers, and then like you're the one who's assigned to watch them for the rest of your days. Like that'd still be crazy. Let's see. He's a man, but he can use magic. Just that alone is so out there, but it's disturbing. But what scares me more is what he does. What? Sharpen his knife? Ask questions? Seem legitimately intelligent? What's wrong? Let's see. He doesn't hesitate to pick fights with a legendary Majik. He even shouldered through. This manga's got me. I get the humor stuff. I read like the first chapter of Welcome to Demon School Yuruma or Rumakun, whatever it's called. I'm sorry, but I'll admit just the art style didn't capture me that well. I will look through it though. I will make myself read it because there are other manga that I forced myself through when I didn't really like the art style. But just based on the humor style, I'm confident. Yeah. This is a manga that's gonna make me laugh. Let's see. He even shoulder throws it. I have no idea what goes through his mind. But I mean, think about it. Well, once again, I assume it's hard for her to think logically. But think about it logically, Kamui. If he has no concepts of what Majiks are, what magic is, and overall the conventions about it, and Uro's just a dude to him, a dude that's infused to him, why would he respect it? Like, you've been raised around Majiks your entire life, and raised around magic your entire life, but like, to him, these are just other living sentient creatures. Some of which he does not care for. Like, I guess it's like how we would treat how most people would treat other people if they just met new people, and those people happen to be hostile. Like, we wouldn't necessarily care. No, like them. And we probably would defend ourselves if push came to shove. Let's see. I really wish I didn't have to deal with him. But like, I don't know, Kabuki, you're gonna come around naturally because it's gonna be your character. But still, you should be, I'd be a little bit excited. Once again, I'm not necessarily a researcher, but when introduced to new phenomena, I'm typically still intrigued. It'd be cool. If I was tasked to follow the guy with superpowers, I'd be like, cool. Just please use your superpowers appropriately and don't hit me. But that's it. This one? It's a magic item with a spatial spell on it. You can put a lot more things in it than it looks like. Oh, you can put anything in it even though it's this tiny? Things like books and cups and such, yes. It'll hold different size things depending on how much magic power you pour into it. It's great for long trips. That's going to be a net. He's gonna trap the Hisame magic in that bag. I'm telling you. Something in either an attack or a Majik. He's gonna trap something in that darn bag. I wouldn't have to make a ton of trips carrying my prey off the mountain. This is so handy. Yeah, you wouldn't. Oh, that's terrifying. But then, like, I mean, I get it. Once again, it's so much unknown to her, and she did not consent to any of this. Those are the two things that I keep clicking in my head. She did not want any of this, and naturally, she's not ready for it. Let's see. Terrifying. Water spring forth. Poltata. Oh, okay. So that's interesting. So I guess Majik spells can be, like, transferred. Okay, at least because I presume that's what the water Majik from chapter 1 taught everybody. Let's see. Here. Water came out of your pen. Is it drinkable? Yes, it is. It's good. He really isn't familiar with magic. Wow. I mean, like, he grew up in the sticks. Like, then again, how much... She should know, though. But that is crazy. Like, just to be able to produce potable water on command, even if it is only a cup, that's still, like, a crazy thing, at least in our world. Like, can you imagine how amazing it would be if even half the population, which, if we're just assuming only women could do it in our universe, if I think we're at 8 billion now, right? I think so. So if 4 billion people could just produce a cup of water on command with okay, then again, she's a witch cadet though. Like, she's not a top tier witch. So let's say I forget how many witch cadets there were in the grand scheme of things. And I know it's specifically tied down to the association. So let's just say 1 million people could do that. And presumably the more powerful you are, like Kamugi's a witch cadet, presumably Duskuros could produce like an entire lake of water. How crazy that would be. Let's see. You're amazing. Huh? You can do all kinds of magic. And you can teach me new things too. Yes, please teach him. Please. Someone. Because clearly it's not going to be Duskuros. I love her, but like, she's clearly not here to teach. Let's see. No, I'm not at all. That was a beginner spell. Any cadet learns. And it's the magic item that's amazing, not me. Compared to everyone else, Well, no. I'd still say the ability to produce magic is rare. Like, clearly average women can't do it. They need magic items. Then again, your pen is your wand. So that's so impressive. No, you couldn't, Kamugi. So wait, it is spelled with it. What is... Okay. Am I tweaking? That's an O. I know. So fun fact, I edit my videos so videos does not leap down from the heavens and slaughter me. So I'm not sure how legible the text is sometimes. But that is Kamugi spelled with an O. So why is it sometimes spelled with it? That better be an in-universe thing or it's just a typo. Let's see. No, you couldn't, Kamugi. Yes, you wouldn't be suited for it. It's alright, you don't have to do a thing. Yeah, you're so useless. Darn. Yeah, jeez. Let's see, is that her family? Oh. I'm really not. All I can do to manage the little things. It's all I can do to manage the little things. Aw. So that's interesting. And I was genuinely wondering that. So like, how does... It's gotta be a matriarchy, right? Like in our universe, unfortunately. It depends on who you ask, but it runs mostly by patriarchy. Men typically do sit at the top of things. That's just how it is in our world. So it's clearly a matriarchy in this world. So like I wonder, how, like, this is an older gentleman, right? But like in this universe, he's powerless. He's literally worthless. Like for all intents and purposes, he is booty butt meat. Like what do you even do? Like you can't perform the fundamental nature of the universe. You are locked off from the power systems. Like what value do you have, Buckaroo? What are you doing talking to this woman who can probably one-shot you if she can use any sort of offensive magic? I do wonder, like what is the role of men in this universe? Let's see. Hey, I once heard a story. A blacksmith told it to me. He said no matter how exquisite the blade, if you don't take care of it and properly use it well, you won't even be able to cut jelly with it. On the other hand, even the poorest swords, well taken care of, and given a proper edge, can slice through boulders. Oh, okay, so never mind. So unless he's joking, men are still somewhat super. So everyone in this universe is just super duper strong. Okay. So at least everyone's on a baseline level of superhuman. That's a good thing to clarify. Basically, the worth of the tool is in how it's used. I was thirsty, and you gave me water. That made me happy. You were nice, and I wanted to thank you. And that's why I said what I did. Oh, get nice and easy with her. I'm kidding. But let's see how she responds to that. Because I'm assuming this is the first time she's been given value. Especially considering, I guess this is the first time she's actually been acknowledged as like a human being that can function. Let's see. Oh, he even got the shoujo eyes, bro. Let's see. What I meant was, you're an amazing person. Descaros isn't, though. She always orders fancy meals and keeps them all to herself. She acts smug about it the whole time, too. She's a jerk. Okay, so things have happened. A lot of things have happened off screen. But I guess it makes sense. Once again, I'm not sure how Descaros was raised, and I'm not sure if we're probably gonna find that out. She's a main character. So I assume we're gonna find out Descaros' background. But like, if she was born powerful and raised powerful and never had like a Salto to Gojo moment where she was humbled, I can understand why she stands so supreme and does not care about anything else around her. Because what reason has she been given to? I bet the only time she ever felt threatened was against Ururo when she specifically couldn't beat him. And I assume that's maybe one of the few times in her life where she's ever had to struggle. Let's see. and she mocks him for it. You're a jerk too! You're a jerk. Oh no, he's talking to Ururo. You're a jerk too. Right back at you, kid. I love their dynamic. Once again, he's going to be interesting. Especially considering the whole 3 days rule. I wonder how active Uro's going to be in, like, the plot as a power mechanic. Because unlike something like Kurama from Naruto, where he's very specifically, like, is always there, and you always, like, thinking in the back of... Once he gets introduced, you always think in the back of your mind, okay, is he going to pop out? He's going to pop out? Because typically, the only thing that would affect Naruto is, like, the anger and the rage that would come after. He would never, like, knock out for 3 days or knock out in the middle of a mission. If anything, he'd just get stronger and then it'd fade away. But for someone like Ururo, unless his powers once again do tone down, or Ichi manages to just manifest a piece of him, going on like the one for all MHA route, where he's like able to manifest the claws of Ururo or the wings of Ururo or something like that. I'm not sure how Uro's going to function here as a part of the team, or even just a part of the story outside of a funny character to include. Yeah, she's feeling some type of way. What's going on?
Nothing. I guess he isn't as scary as I thought. Maybe...
What I said, I knew it! You can go back to last review or the review right before that. I knew it. You ain't slick. You ain't slick. You ain't slick. Shiro Sensei is the artist. Who does the writing? You ain't slick, Nishi Sensei. You ain't slick. Shiro and Nishi Sensei. I feel like I should be able to remember that easier. Nishi Sensei, you ain't slick. I knew this was gonna be the main pairing. Come on, now. Come on. I've read enough I've read enough fiction. I've consumed enough fiction in general. Let's see. She's already catching feelings. I see it.
Maybe. Thank you very much, Master Ichi.
Oh, just call me Ichi.
Huh? Okay. Ichi.
Oh, Desgrass is like, oh Lord, not right. She's like, sweet mother of mercy. But again, let's see. Wait, what's that say? And I'll call you Kumagi. Oh, wait, how far can you extend from his body? This is getting more and more absurd every time I see you. How are you over here? They're on the other side of the car. How far can you stretch? What are you? What? Feeling out? Want to join them? That's interesting though. I get. Are we gonna have another? Like once again, I keep comparing it to Satoru Gojo because JJK is still fresh on the mind. It's gonna be fresh on the mind for like a year. Because I'm still gonna make content on JJK. But like that's like a side thing in the back of my don't piece. But like I wonder if we're gonna have another loneliness epidemic with this character. Because like so far she's been pretty high and mighty all by herself, but we don't have enough of the manga to tell yet. Let's see. Wanna join them? Don't even bother. There's nothing more awkward than a boss trying to intrude on young new kids' gossip session. Okay. Yeah, this is peak. Is this my new favorite weekly read? No, I can't say that. I'll give it 15 chapters. I will give it 8 more weeks. What, this is chapter 7? This is chapter 7 because the 4th chapter just came out available on this. So I'll give it like 8 more weeks. If this stays, it would make me laugh this consistently. Has character writing I enjoyed this consistently. Admittedly is not necessarily shouting my ankles too much. But still, like, I'm telling you, bro, it's gonna be going so peak. Let's see. And what do you know about that? Uro, what do you, once again, but no, because Ichi wouldn't know that. What do you know about that, Uro? Let's see. Interesting. Why did she hit a 100-meter dash pose? Let me join in. I'm young. I'm a girl. Let's gossip. Wait. So she tackles Ichi and then grabs Kamuki. But like, Deskunas, how old are you? For scientific reasons, how old are you? Because I genuinely, I would assume she's an adult, right? Ichi's 15, so I assume Kamugi's also 15. Or at the oldest 16, at the youngest 14. I don't think she's 13. But that being the case, Deskunas is clearly older and more experienced. It isn't actually a full-fledged witch. And just by like her appearance and height, she is taller than Ichi at this point, I do believe. So like, I'd assume she's at least a full-grown adult woman. I assume the youngest she could be is 18. But I'm not risking that because I'm scared. And the jokes are there. They're lined up. But they're gonna be there later on in this. Unless Deskunas gets off, the jokes are gonna be there. So it's on you, Nishi Sensei. I'm waiting for the confirmation. I know you have it. You have the information. Just give it to me. Let's see. What was that? Uh-oh, Ichi's hearing something? Uh-oh, what's happening? How did you end up upside down? What? Did you lose that fight? How did this happen? I was like, I heard something. Huh? Sure it wasn't just the wind. But then again, I don't trust Uro. I don't trust anything this thing says. I love him, but I don't trust anything he says. Huh? Did I imagine it? Oh, is someone chasing them? Oh, nope, someone is in fact not chasing. Well, someone's getting chased, but it's not chasing them. Oh my, multiple sharks? Interesting. Ah! Help! Help! I do not know how to make chomping noises. Ow. Ow. That's all I got. I can't make shark chomping noises. Interesting though. Chrissy, run! Mom! Dad! Someone will come to help. The witches will come. Oh, they are cooked. Let's see. Help! Lady Witch, please! Ooh, he's so ugly with it. Inazuri! Ooh! It's so interesting. So he can at least call it out. They'll always physically manifest. Boom! Darn, he beamed 3 sharks at once. Interesting though, the shark is able to reproduce itself multiple times over. We only saw one Ororo and one Inazuri. I was like, slash, boom, roll. Oop, alright, she's good.
Oh my gosh. Are you okay?
Why does he look so clean? Why is his manga so clean? I keep forgetting their darn names. What's your name? Shiro Sensei. Teach me your way. Why is this manga so clean? Oh my. What in the world? Why is it built like, hold on. I need to do this for editing me because I was not paying enough attention. Editing me, I got your back, buddy. Okay. Let's see if I can remember that in like the next 2 seconds. Let's see. No. Once again, though, I figured, Deskudos isn't really there to fight. She's there to just be insurance. I would assume. I highly doubt that she's meant to do everything. Let's see. Okay, editing me, I got you. Let's see.
You came, Lady Witch?
That lady stuff doesn't sound right. I'm a boy after all. Titles aren't my thing, but I'm just a witch. Hi, I'm Ichi. Ichi the Witch. Roll credits. Roll credits. That's the end of the manga, yo. It's been real. It's been real. It's been fun. Roll credits, bro. That's it. We got the thing. You know, funnily enough, in JJK, we never got a Jujutsu Kaisen. In My Hero Academia, we never got a My Hero Academia. In Bleach, we never got Bleach. In Naruto, we got Naruto all the time. Naruto Shippuden, no, we never got that. Boruto, Naruto Next Generation, we never got that either. Boruto 2, but I'm Ichi. They're bold. They're bold dropping that so early on. Boy, this is one weird shark. I thought I got it, but it melted. Looks like I still got to learn about magic and magics. Teach me about them, Kamugi. I love how Uro's like, you one shot? Alright, why is it exploding?
I take it all back. He's so scary.
Up and there's the Isame magic. Deskudos simply does not care. Okay. Gosh darn it. This manga pizza. Like, I've read, I think it was on the Chapter 6 reviews or the Chapter 7 reviews, but apparently this manga is in fact doing very, very well in Shonen Jump. So I don't have to worry about it getting canceled, at least not anytime soon, hopefully. Please at least make it to the 4th. Please just be a long-running manga. I beg of you. At least be as long as JJK. Please. Because this is so good. But this chapter is clearly and obviously worthy. I didn't even mean to yap this long. This was supposed to be a 30-minute review, but I kept yapping. But overall, a very, very W chapter. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, please leave which the Ichi. I need to come up with new password terms. It's always just like put a phrase from the chapter backwards now. But which the Ichi, instead of just Ichi the Witch, just flip it around in the comment section down below. I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that little notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do happen to have a Patreon below where you can support me for as low as $1, get them one. Now, month. You can see exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Some of those perks include the live reactions here, the series I happen to review, and free variations of all my videos, and you become a $25 patron or a $25 member, you can order whatever video you want. Also, I do have a link to my cult finds down below. You can drop 5 beans for a short video, 25 beans a long video, or any beans at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. Now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That with a Pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our $3 members: Zara, Greyhound, Eternal Flame, NMA, Real Rare, Red Wolf 4765, Astro, Brandon Payne, G Prosper, and Glacier XZ. And I'd like to give a thank you to our $5 patrons: Midnight Lord 21, Kevin Encarnacion, Sean, Ignea Lind, and A+A. And I'd like to give a thank you to our $7 members, Fine and Austin Wimberly, A Uchiha, along with Yuki Ally. And I'd like to give a big ol' thank you to our $10 members, Robbie Uchiha, Jay Warrior, and AZ Void. And I'd like to give a thank you to our $10 patrons, Overlord Zero, Joaquin Munoz, and Idem Okami. And I'd like to give a final, giga, legendary, superhuman, beyond the bounds of reality thank you to our That Guy with a Pencil tier patron, okay, Calvin Elder.